Good morning, students. Today we have to study about the stomach. The stomach is a part of digestive system. So let's start with the topic. Stomach. You are observing a section of the stomach. This is the esophagus. So the part of stomach attached with the esophagus, that part of the stomach is known as cardiac. Okay. Then this part is fundus. This part of the stomach is the body, antrum, and the part of the stomach attached with the small intestine is known as pylorus. So here you will find a circular muscle which is guarding the opening of the cardiac end of the stomach, and that is known as cardiac sphincter. So here is the cardiac sphincter and here is the pyloric sphincter. The cardiac sphincter will not allow the food to pass from the stomach to the esophagus. So it will prevent the backflow of food from the stomach to the esophagus. In the same manner, the pyloric sphincter will keep the opening closed like a valve to prevent the food passing from the stomach until it is thoroughly churned up. So when the food is thoroughly churned in the stomach, then only the pyloric sphincter will open and the food will pass into the small intestine. So let's see now. Stomach is an inverted J-shaped muscular bag-like structure. Okay, stomach is the inverted J-shaped muscular bag-like structure and it is located in the upper abdominal cavity. So about the location and structure we have already seen in the previous class. So let's start with the juice secreted in the stomach, and gastro term is used for the stomach. Gastro is the Latin term which means empty bag-like structure. So the enzyme secreted by the stomach wall, inner wall of the stomach, is known as gastric juice. There are three basic components of the gastric juice which you have to study, that is HCl, pepsinogen, prorenin and renin. So basically three, that is HCl, pepsinogen and prorenin. So let's start. Now the first component of the gastric juice is the hydrochloric acid. The purpose of hydrochloric acid is to acidify the food and stops the action of salivary amylase enzyme. Then it will kill the ingested microbes. This acidic nature of HCl will kill the ingested microbes. So if you have taken any microbes in your food through the esophagus, if it has reached up to the stomach, it will be killed by the action of HCl. Then this HCl will provide the acidic environment needed for the actions of pepsin, because the pepsin is secreted in the form of inactive enzyme, that is pepsinogen. In the same manner, renin is also secreted in the form of prorenin, that is inactive enzyme. So this HCl will activate these two enzymes, that is pepsinogen to pepsin and prorenin to renin. Okay, then another component of the gastric juice is the intrinsic factor and mucus. So intrinsic factor present in the gastric juice will combine with vitamin B12 to make it in the absorbable form. So we know that vitamins does not require digestion because they are taken in small quantity and they are required as a regulator for different types of metabolic activities. So these intrinsic factor will combine with vitamin B12 and makes it in the, or turns it into the absorbable form so that it will reach to the different parts of the body. Then what is the purpose of mucus present in the gastric juice? This mucus will form a protective barrier. So this protective barrier is known as mucus bicarbonate barrier, and it will prevent the action of HCl on the inner walls of the stomach. Otherwise, the HCl will corrode the inner lining of the stomach. So pepsinogen, by the action of HCl, it is converted into pepsin. So pepsinogen is the inactive form of enzyme present in the gastric juice, and pepsin is the active form of enzyme present converted by the action of HCl. So proteins by the action of pepsin will be converted into proteoses and peptones. Okay. Then another enzyme present in the gastric juice is prorenin. This is also the inactive form of enzyme, and by the action of HCl it will be converted into renin. The purpose of renin is to convert casein into paracasein or insoluble curd. So renin is basically secreted in more quantity in the childhood because a child is dependent on milk for their complete diet or food. So more quantity of renin is secreted in the childhood, and as we grow up, the quantity of the renin secretion decreases. These two is not the part of your syllabus. Now, what is vomiting? When the stomach is overloaded or disturbed, the cardiac sphincter will open. And when the cardiac sphincter will open, antiperistalsis is caused in the esophagus, and the contents of the food present in the stomach is thrown out through the mouth. So this is known as vomiting. Now we must know about chyme. Chyme is a form of semi-liquid form of food which is acidic in nature and formed in the stomach. So this is all for today. You have to write down this 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4 in your copy. And what do you mean by vomiting? Another homework is, what is the importance of mucus present in the gastric juice? Then what is the importance of HCl present in the gastric